Welcome to the fourth dimension. We are the 7 changes, and we will be taking you through the latest in retail systems. The fourth dimension is an online space where you can view trends, select silhouettes and colorways, and digitally design a garment that will arrive at your front door to your exact measurements. Our retail space is the latest online facility to market trends and garments. It takes trends to the next level, where they can be transformed into clothing that works for the customer, embracing individuality and the power of choice, unprecedented by other online shops. This is in line with the emergence of brandocracies, where brands and people become one. Moving on from the conventional relationship between the customer and the brand, in which the brand would dictate the character and output of the company. We believe that in our space, the customer is able to provide personal input, controlling the styling and enabling their feedback to be taken on board by the brand. Our concept on age is about the old and the young, and how their self-expression is sometimes reversed for the typical style values we associate with age. The starting point for this trend was the discovery of the ladies from Advanced Style, especially a photo shoot of Iris Apfel in another magazine, and the recent decision to place her as the face of MAC Cosmetics. We observed the ladies, well over 70, who broke all the rules and expectations of senior fashion. Instead of wearing muted colours and conservative styles, these ladies go bold with both prints and in silhouette. That one you can change.
Right.
We found children dressing in a more mature manner, adapting to adult fashion at a very young age. We observed Alaya Wangs channeling her uncle's trends, wearing mini versions of clothing seen on the catwalk, to the idea that fashion can cross borders in terms of age, but also preconceived notions. Kid and adult merged into kidult, and as a reference, we saw designers such as Comme des Garçons and Prada almost playing dress-up with their models on the catwalk. The main idea for our designs are enlarged and pixelated stitches, stitchulated, with melted plastic beads, blurring something typically juvenile into something new and exciting. We have used oversized silhouettes, particularly on the children's clothing, to enhance the idea that they're dressing up in adults' clothing. Chameleon is concerned with self-reflection and expressing self and change through skin. Our idea for Chameleon started as an exploration into technofabrics. We saw fibres reacting to thermal energy, electricity, and self-healing, expanding on clothes that would protect or camouflage, changing on the body depending on the environment or mood. Our concept of the chameleon is more about adaptation than the traditional idea of a chameleon blending into the environment, becoming more about self and body. When we consulted Professor Hilary Dulk, we gained an insight into the scientific aspect of colour. We were inspired by Farrow and Ball wall paint and their 3D colour boards, often inspired by furniture or ceramics. We decided to take inspiration from our own skin, a reverse chameleon effect. Using a digital colour measurement tool, we measured the exact colour on our arms to see if there are any differences in tone and how extreme these differences were. By finding the exact colour of our skin tones, which we entered into a computer, we believe we found a colour story that was true to life and about real pigmentation, rather than what many may conceive as skin tones. The findings from the experiment stimulated a new trend that we like to call the new nude, blending in with a second skin. Our silhouettes are draped onto the body in simple natural shapes, formed in different panels and complementing the pigments of the customer's original skin tone. We believe that this is an approach that we haven't seen before. The fourth dimension would invite customers to measure and celebrate their skin tone, creating a garment with specific colour tones in a range that complements them. This goes directly against preconceived ideas about the dramatic polarisation of skin tones. We notice that although skin tones vary, they all ultimately come from the same spectrum. Brandjacking is the underground subversion of the meanings or ideals of a chosen brand. We're inspired by this concept as students in the 21st century, not feeling our voice was heard in our current political climate, with the power in our world held by large brands or multi-conglomerates. Having grown up through the digital boom, we have always been bombarded by brand messages. However, we have felt that we had a right to bring forth our own definitions of what branding is. We're expressing our right to change things. The series of 7 changes allows a brand's logo to change beyond its recognisable state and into another form, and we use this to hijack one brand's logo and merge it with another. In legal terms, if a logo has been altered 7 times, the company cannot claim possession on it. We felt that Apple as a brand was at the top of its field, and we were inspired by its considered and simplistic approach to design. We knew that to truly brandjack, we would have to find Apple's polar opposite. We considered Primark to be this, a brand built more on mass market value, where quality is not a prime consideration. We saw the opportunity to alter and reinvent logos such as Apple and Primark, and experiment with how they can merge. By doing this, a new brand is born, the culmination of 2 very different companies. To take this concept to the next level, we placed our new jacked logo design onto Primark t-shirts and took them back to the store. By doing this, we hope to provoke and promote confusion amongst the customers and the shop staff. Our Apple Mark t-shirts were placed onto mannequins and onto hangers, swallowed into the store space. We filmed our store takeover, showing our placement of the t-shirts and the reaction to the disruption we had caused. For our lineup, we took well-known logos and integrated them into our own designs, subverting the brands with our own individual intentions. The silhouette is simple and plain, as are the graphics, and the logos are the focus. We end with the lineup for our basic concept collection for the retail space itself, a blank canvas, minimalist, timeless, and clean like our fourth dimension. We feel that our 4 trends all interlink in that they are ultimately about change. Changing the way we shop, changing our perception of age, changing the way we view ourselves, and changing the way we perceive brands. Obviously, this is just a simulation of how the retail space would operate. However, we feel that our concept can give consumers the ultimate satisfaction and that we could provide a product personal to them. We feel that in the future, brands will or should look in a similar direction to market themselves successfully.